Steroids, or performance-enhancing drugs, have long been abused. Many of these abusers are taking them to increase their athletic performance in order to receive better scholarships, get into better schools, and get themselves that extra step above others in order to get them on the professional leagues. Use of steroids have been linked back to the early 1900s. At the beginning of the 20th century, some lower-level athletes discovered and began using steroids, making their rise to popularity. During the 1950s Olympics, steroid use was at a high rate, making the competition unfair. This was the downfall of society's acceptance of steroids.
You're watching My 9 News at 10.
Well, the steroid scandal is a huge blow to all of baseball fans, and some say it sends the wrong message to kids who look up to these baseball giants. We continue our team coverage right now with Cora Mahalik, who is live at Yankee Stadium. Cora?
Good evening, Harry. Children tonight are wondering about the situation. How could they put these players on a pedestal now? Tonight, trying to understand how could their favorite stars get so tarnished? Joe slams him like he means it. The 15-year-old Nutley High sophomore always wanted to be like his idol, Andy Pettitte.
And people tell me when I'm on the mound, sometimes I get comments that I look like Andy Pettitte, and now it's like, you know, maybe you don't want to look like him.
What do you tell your son now when you see a report like this come out?
Well, I've always stressed to him drugs is, any type of drug is no. If it's against the rules, it's cheating.
These are revered players with little fans like 8-year-old Elijah thinking the world of them.
My heroes.
These players are your heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the disturbing report has his mom worried.
They're supposed to be role models to every child, and they shouldn't, be taking drugs.
Here at Lefty Sports Academy in Clifton, a lot of these teens have dreams of making it big. This steroid report now making them wonder, how good do you really have to be?
I don't know why they would want to use steroids after putting so much hard work into getting to where they are now.
It's really sad because now that it's out and they have all these kids that look up to them.
And this coach for the New Jersey Jackals, an independent team, trying to explain this to the kids he also coaches, that idols can fall like anyone else.
It's a black eye for baseball, and we just tell them that, not everything that everybody does is always right.
And some tonight saying this is a golden opportunity to explain to your children that drugs are a real strikeout in life. Brenda.
Thanks, Corahan. So what do steroids actually do to the body? According to the Mayo Clinic, anabolic steroids can promote muscle growth and decrease fat. However, the side effects of these drugs, according to doctors, include increased aggression, mood swings, a decrease in testicle size, and hair loss. The long-term effects on the body are not yet known.
Studies have shown that perhaps 10 to 15% of high school athletes are using steroids, and that number may be even higher in college athletes, maybe even as high as 15 to 20%.
Dr. Wilson went on to say that the immediate benefit of steroid use does not outweigh the possible long-term side effects.
Today, we'll be interviewing Taylor Booth on his use of steroids. How's it going, Taylor? How are you?
All right.
So, first off, what was your motivation for beginning your use of steroids?
Well, first, my coach, my father, said that if I really, really wanted to go D1 and play at a higher level, I would have to focus on my physique and, start getting some muscle mass. And after a lot of trouble, really being able to gain muscle mass, I found steroids were the easiest and the fastest way.
And how has steroid use affected your personal life?
Honestly, at first I had no idea that what impact steroids would have on me emotionally. And ever since I started using, I lost my friends, lost my happiness. A couple times my own mother has even told me that I don't smile as much. Always felt as if there's something pushing me to stop. Never even tried.
How does that make you feel?
Honestly, depressed is the only word that comes to mind. I wanted to gain success in my sport. At what cost? That's the question. I feel hopeless, knowing I'll never be the me that I was before I started using it.
Have you gained any better or additional offers from colleges since beginning your use?
I've only gotten a few new ones. It's not really what I hoped it would be. Steroids, they don't make up for skill or hard work and dedication. They only really give you strength. The only offers that I have, I feel like I could have gotten even just by putting in that little extra effort.
Was it worth it?
Let me put it to you this way, alright? If I had one take back to use for my entire life, I would use it right now. And I'm only 18 years old.
What would you say has been the most altered aspect of your life since using steroids?
Honestly, the worst thing that I'm dealing with right now is keeping up with the cost. For me to maintain my current physique and performance, I'm spending almost my entire paycheck, almost all my money. My minimum wage job barely covers most of this, and without a full ride, there's no way I'll be able to go to college.
What are your plans for the future for college?
Like I said, if I can't get a full ride to a D1 school, it's going to be very, very difficult for me to afford to go at all. I believe that I'll be able to get the scholarship. I just can't be too confident with how I stand right now.
And with the increasing awareness of steroid use in not only professional sports but college sports, are you worried that you might get tested and it'll compromise your scholarship?
I believe, first off, I'll be able to get the steroids, I believe. Hopefully with enough time left to pass any tests. The problem what I would face is that if I need to stay off steroids, I might not be able to keep up my build, my physique. And if I start losing muscle mass, I'll probably be cut from the team. I'll lose my scholarships, I'll be kicked out of school. It's an all-around bad situation.
Well, thank you, Taylor, for speaking with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So, Connor Haynes, there's been a lot of allegations about you using steroids to enhance your performance in hockey, saying that maybe since you're the big star, they're targeting you. What do you have to say about that?
No, I haven't been doing any steroids, man. It's just all you drive. It's all mental. You just gotta be pushing yourself every day. Everyone else and all these local teams, the reason they're losing so much, they're just not doing anything. They're not pushing themselves. It's not steroids.
Where do you find that drive from? Where do you get that?
Been like that since my freshman year. I've just been pushing myself every day. I realized I'm not gonna get into a good college if I don't have that hockey.
And how long have you had that drive? Has it been your whole life, or?
I started hockey as a freshman. I always used to like it, but I'm just pushing myself now. I gotta get that done.
I've seen a lot of significant muscle growth in you over the last year. Is there any supplements or a special diet that you're on?
No, I'm not doing any steroids. I've told you that. I'm not doing anything special like that. I'm just pushing myself more than anyone else on this stupid team.
I was thinking more along the lines of legal supplements.
No, I told you, I'm not doing anything special. I have a good diet, and I'm pushing myself. I'm going to the gym every day and practice, but I'm not doing anything illegal or even legal.
So can you comment on those drug tests that you decided to turn down?
Stop. No, just out. I don't want any more of these questions.
Thank you for your time, then. Be sure you don't want to